This is a situation, of course, you could also have if you're one of those ABC Disney stars, like a one from The View, like this particular woman, Whoopi Goldberg. Remember, chums, a couple of months back now, she said, even though she's on something like £8 or £9 million a year as a host of that show, and I kid you not, a lot of bucks to be a host on The View. Well, apparently she was struggling. She could empathise, she didn't really understand. And, people didn't understand just because she's on TV doesn't mean she's absolutely loaded. Now, Whoopi Goldberg's right, but in her case, she's had a very long, successful career with, sitcom, stand-up, presenting, and of course, box office movies. So that caused a bit of a stir, alongside all the other weird things that Whoopi says on The View. But now, if you're a fan of Whoopi Goldberg over here in the United Kingdom, well, you could go and see her at the old Hammersmith Odeon, Event Apollo, whatever they now call these venues. Is it like that in your area? I can never keep up. They keep changing the name of these things. And you think, right, Whoopi's coming to town in September, right? And the bottom line is, if you have around about £140 plus extras, you can have one of the top line seats to see this icon in action. Now, so far, they're keeping it very sort of strapped down as to the sort of show that Whoopi would be delivering. Now, the last time she was in here was apparently 10 years ago, and I think that was at the launch of Sister Act, the musical. I remember covering that, and Whoopi didn't really want to talk to the media because apparently we're too nasty with her. Well, she's coming back to London, clearly cash-strapped and looking for some other revenue streams. What's fascinating about this, though, is the fact that clearly, it's an undercurrent sort of booking. And this is because, according to a source, she's a global icon, a popular star who wouldn't necessarily need to be plastered in bus shelters and posters all over the United Kingdom. She will naturally sell out. Now, I've no doubt that at all, because it's around about a 3,000-seat theatre. But what's going to be interesting is that many of the people, the celebrities that want to go and see her, apparently there's going to be no personal press passes. So that means if you're a celebrity, you're going to have to pay, unless you're exceptional. One person who's very keen to go, as you can imagine, is the current Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan. Remember, he loves a free ticket because, after all, he bagged quite a few going to see Taylor Swift, alongside the current British Prime Minister. That's right, Keir Starmer, who also took his wife, who also then took the Home Secretary. You know what I mean? They were all out for freebies. Well, according to a source at Downing Street, they were kind of hopeful that perhaps this open door to see this icon of daytime TV, Whoopi Goldberg, may open. Apparently not, and as I said, the top price ticket is around 140. The cheapest is around 67 with taxes, whatever they call it. But as yet, it's not necessarily billed as a comedy show, and it's certainly not going to be a lecture, but it's a chance to get up close and personal with one of the most commanding icons of our time, according to some of the press blurb. Now, I don't know about you, but in this cost of living crisis, would you pay to see Whoopi Goldberg at £140 in London to hear exactly what she's got to say, that you could actually hear for free by watching online, or if you live in America, in real time on ABC Disney's The View? Either way, I'll leave it up to you to decide. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.